Good morning, travelers. It is Saturday, October 22nd, 2016, and I'm going to come to you today with an open reading. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and the messages will not resonate with everyone. It is not for any specific sign, nor is it for any specific time frame. This is just me opening the cards and asking for a message to come through. I have done my meditation. I have hopefully attuned and aligned with my guides quite well this morning. That reading that I put up yesterday was, it kind of even confused me a little bit. So, but that's how it works. I don't know how, I don't know how the messages will come out. I don't know if what I say you will understand. That's up for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then disregard it. If it does resonate with you, but you still don't understand it, think about it a little bit. It's interesting because I don't remember what reading I did, and it might have been the one yesterday. That is another thing for those of you who are new to the channel. And I would like to welcome those new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the subscribers who've been sticking with me thus far. The way my gifts work is when I open the cards, it's kind of, I go into a channeling mode. And once I close the cards down, which means I pull the spread up, I don't remember what was said. So I cannot answer most of the time any questions that people have for me about, something that they heard or saw in the spread. What is interesting is that I don't remember what spread it was the other day, but somebody just emailed me and said, I'm traveling, and when I landed in the place where I'm staying, there's a Ferris wheel right next door. And I remember speaking about, a Ferris wheel. It didn't make any sense to me, and I didn't know why it kept coming up. But there you have it. Now, whether or not that means anything for that person, I don't know. That is something this person, of course, will figure out on their own. But that's how it works. So sometimes I may say things or throw things out that really make no sense. And it's not that I'm trying to do any deliberate mystification. I'm not trying to confuse people. It's just that I can only give you the message as it comes to me. Okay? Those of you who have been with me a while know that I'm big on doing your own work. And doing your own work means just that, doing your own work. I can't do your work for you. So we're going to do a quick 9-card spread here. I do have the Radiant White. I also have the Casanova, so I might do 2 spreads today. It just depends. I have the Angel Answer card. Now that one, that Get More Information card, somebody emailed me and we were chuckling. I was like, oh my God. I know, I hate that card. So anyway, and I have the Sibilas as well as the Neapolitans here for further clarification should I need. And I haven't been using those as much lately. I have some new decks coming in. They should be here within the coming week. 2 that I have been looking at for quite a long time. And I won't tell you what those are right now. I have to first get the deck and see if I can attune to it. So, because not every deck speaks. Wow. Ace of Wands just flew out. Now, for those of you who are new and know a little bit about tarot, I do not read, per se, reverse cards. The cards just don't speak to me that way. And I feel like this: if there's something negative or something that's worrisome or bothersome or challenging that you need to know, you're going to get that card anyway. I do know the reverse interpretations of the cards. I just don't read them upside down because it just doesn't work for me that way. All right, so let's see what message the cards have. In my readings, I try in my readings to frame the messages for both same-sex and heterosexual couples. I had someone contact me who said they really did appreciate that. So, you love who you love. So let's get down with the 9 cards. We lead off with the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the 3 of Cups, Well, that looks kind of good. Maybe. Ah, the Three of Coins. The Page of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Well, you know, and 9 is an interesting number. Someone, Ulrika, has been most kind in sending me donations, and I take that money and I reinvest it back into the craft. And so I read a lot about numerology, astrology, things of that nature. And 9 is an interesting number. I was just reading about this last night, and I can't really formulate what it is that I discovered about the number 9. I will touch back up on that in another reading. The Fool. Wow. The Devil. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. With the King of Pentacles under the deck. Now, because this is, as I just said, because this is a general reading, I will be giving multiple interpretations for multiple cards. This could involve a Capricorn male. This could either be, if not an actual Capricorn male, then the person who would take on the male role in the relationship. There are heavy Capricorn and Saturnian energies in this because I have the Devil and the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles can represent any earth sign, masculine energy. This would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm sorry, he would actually, to me, represent Taurus because of the bulls that sit on his throne. Give me a moment. This spread is trying to tell me something, particularly with these 3 major arcana. Now, for those of you who are new, there are 22 major arcana, or what are known as trump cards. They're numbered from 0 to 21. Even though I say there's 22, that one's really not counted because it's a 0. It's a beginning and an ending, okay? 0 is the sum of everything and nothing. These represent the stages of spiritual growth. The pip cards, which would be your aces, your threes, your numbered cards, or your court cards, like the king and the page, speak to things on the in the mundane of life, okay? And the whole principle of the tarot is figuring out how to access the spiritual knowledge in order to walk the path in the mundane world. So major arcana cards take more weight. They hold more weight. They hold more sway over the meaning of the spread. And then depending upon the numbers will tell you whether this is a situation that is in effect somewhat out of your hands, or if you have some modicum of control over it. Now, the suits. I have 3 wands. We're representing fire here. I do have 1 fire major arcana, which is the Wheel of Fortune. I have 2 air major arcanas, which is the Lovers and the Fool. And then I have 1 earth major arcana. And this Devil sits in a very, very prominent position for me. To me, the bottom row 3 cards to me are like the anchor of the spread. So these 3 cards, to me, regardless of the fact that there are 3 major arcana cards, the 3 bottom cards for me really kind of anchor the message. So in the center, I have this Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands, this could represent, it's a page, it's a new energy, okay? Um, it's not as new as an ace, because that's a beginning. And this, all aces are associated with the Magician card. Okay, that's really something brand new. This is a little bit more mature, but not quite of a new energy. In other words, this is perhaps a carryover from something else, but it represents a change coming in. Okay, this will be a change coming in through some new spiritual quest or endeavor or challenge that you're being asked to rise to. It could be a message coming in, something exciting. It could be a new project or a new endeavor that you are about to start, or you formulated your idea and you are about to take that first step in moving forward with it. So this card is in the focus because every other card in the spread touches on it. And when I saw the first three, the way the cards are read, past, present, future, past, present, future, and of course I have the interplay of the cards. And what I first saw, these three cards, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. I was like, well, that's a good message, you know. But the honest truth is that when the Lover shows up, yes, it represents the lovers. Yes, it is about cooperation and union and love and equality. However, the angel in the center, okay, represents that there's a choice to be made, a choice between head and heart. It is about the yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, the good and the bad, the black and the white, of trying to get in touch with really what it is, that trying to marry your two natures together, okay, to become one. This card can often represent, and it is about temptation, okay? And I can see for some of you that there is a brand new situation that has presented itself. Now, this could be, I have a cups and I have a coins here. So this could be either in a, if not a familial or romantic sense, it could also be in a work environment sense, okay? Given that I have the two threes, what this tells me is that this is perhaps can represent three people in a situation. So say, for instance, there's you and two other coworkers at work trying to come together to get something done. But this could also speak to a brand new relationship that has just begun, but there are three people in the situation, okay? The page can sometimes be also an offer coming through. And I do see that there's an opportunity. This is what the aces represent. The aces represent simply an opportunity, okay, of a new start in some way. This could be work. This could just be you feeling all of a sudden like you got your mojo back and you want to get up and exercise and you plan on losing 20 pounds by New Year's Eve, okay? Simple. But I can see here that for some of you, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Fool, for some of you, this is indeed perhaps a new venture, financial venture, or an opportunity to really get your finances in shape. Really get a new perspective, really opening up and looking at the different ways in which you can come together and build something, perhaps with someone else. This could also be about going to some type of professional to help you build something or accrue something, start something, manufacture something. And with the Fool card, it says that you know, really the sky is the limit, okay? So, you know, try to remain open. I'm going to get into this a little bit deeper here because it's really trying to tell me something. Now, across the row here, yes, we see that we're trying to build something new. Yes, we see that there is a message or will be a message coming, or the chance to move forward. But I have this block here. You see this Nine of Wands, and 9 is sort of like the 0, because you take a 9 and you multiply by any other number, and you get the lowest common denominator will be a 9 in some way, shape, or form. I don't know why I just brought that up to you. I'm sure that maybe it'll mean something later. But this implies that there's something perhaps that you don't trust. Perhaps there's something that you're trying to take stock before moving on, because as I can see, this implies movement. This implies an opportunity to move forward, to go forward with something, to move to the next level. But there's a block here. That's what the 9 says. And then right after this block, we have, again, this energy of, anything's possible. Anything. And that's the energy of the Fool. And this is the Uranus card. And I was speaking to you guys the other day about this Uranus transit. It's in retrograde, but it's transiting. It's moving back and forth even during retrograde right now. So this could be the energy of something sudden and brand new coming to you. Okay. Perhaps at a time when you really don't feel ready to take on anything new. But then I have this Devil. And this is the card that perplexes me the most. The Devil speaks to limitations, attachments, restrictions. Sometimes this could really just be outside influences that are beyond your control, where you are not able to embrace the energy of this Fool, this new thing that's being presented to you. But also, in its negative, it could be simply about the fears that you have about trying something new, about not stepping outside of your comfort zone. It could be someone trying to hold you back. It could be you yourself holding yourself back. So this is the most interesting card, and it anchors the spread. But then I have this Wheel of Fortune, as if to say that this could go either way, which is very, very odd for me, because a Wheel of Fortune is not really an answer. This doesn't answer whatever the issue is. This is just the overall energy, which could possibly say that if there's an earth sign male, or the male energy of earth surrounding you, or that you're dealing with, then this spread may relate to this person. But if it's just you yourself, no matter what your sign is, this could simply be an indication of that. The overall energy is that maybe you're in a more secure place than perhaps you realize. I'm not exactly sure how that fits. Maybe for some of you, this is an affair on the job. I don't know. Because the cups represent emotions. Okay? Just emotions. Something that makes you feel good. It is definitely the coming of two things together to make a third thing. But look at the contrasting imagery. Can you see that? Here we have the angel, there we have the devil. And these cards are related to each other. Here I have basically, this is a 10, and the 10 is a 1, and the ace is a 1. They're related to the magician card. The hierarchy would be like the 1, the aces, and then the Wheel of Fortune. If I wanted to do it from the spiritual perspective, it would be the Wheel of Fortune, which represents your karma, your destiny. Okay, so it looks as though something is either trying to come in, has come in, is about to come in for you, that can literally change your destiny. This could be a relationship. This card is about choices, as I say. So I think some of you are being faced with a choice. This could be something as simple as you really, really, really need to get a handle on your work and your finances, and you need to be focused. So if that's the case, you're going to have to make the choice of whether or not you're going to be out chasing love, or letting love chase you, or whether you're going to buckle down and get your work done and get your finances in order. Okay. And then for others of you, it may be that you really are ready to meet that person in your life. And so you make the choice to devote a lot of energy into trying to find that person in your life. Well, that means the other areas of your life will have to take a back seat. And maybe this is what the devil is speaking about. So let's take a look, because as you can see, I have this wands, page of wands here. And to me, the page of wands always speaks to some new type of spiritual journey. So, but it's also messages. You see, even here, there's a celebration of some sort, something that makes you feel very good, that offers you that brings you the news that, look, you know, change is on the way. Okay. But here we have a block to this. And I don't know what these two threes, the three of coins, the three of cups with the wheel of fortune, that could possibly mean that whatever this is about, it will not only change your life in an emotional way, but also in a financial way. Again, it reads like, you know, a major change coming through. But it is the energy of this devil that's a bit perplexing. You know, if we don't look at the two threes to say this could be three people in a situation, well, you know, 3 cups and 3 coins just means that there's some new things and you should be feeling good. But with the devil, it could really mean that there is a third person, a third option, a third choice. But it could also mean here with the devil that maybe this is something that you fear. Okay, that it may not really be true. You see, because the energy of the fool, even though it's a new beginning, can be someone who is foolishly naive or reckless and doesn't consider the consequences of what they say or what they do. They just leap into situations and, you know, perhaps cross their fingers and hope for the best. I don't know. It could also be, don't allow anyone to come in and take advantage of your good nature, of your open nature. So I have asked my guides and the masters and the teachers to please try to speak the message clearly to me today. I cannot promise you that this is the case. I can only give it to you as it comes to me. This is a very perplexing spread to me because on the surface, it doesn't look like anything bad at all. I got a choice. What do? Do I stay stuck or do I shake it off? But it is this element of the Wheel of Fortune. And whenever this is the exit card, so this is really the energy moving out of, or that will bring about the change. And it is a change. That's what the wheel says. It's a change. So in essence, it's kind of like it's out of your hands right now. You're just going to have to, in a sense, wait and see perhaps which way the wheel is going to turn for you. And as we all know, what goes up must come down, and what is down must eventually come up. That is the wheel. The first thing I want to do is take a look at this 3 of coins. That's the one that's speaking to me the most. Now, this could be related to why I have this lovers, the 9, and the devil. It looks like it has to do with a friendship of some kind or some type of relationship of trust. As you can see here, this is the Donna de Servicio. This is an action card. She's the helper. This is someone attached with this la mica, okay, means that in the past, this person was extremely helpful to you in some way, shape, or form. Indeed, you guys were able to build, at least if nothing concrete or solid, you had, or you felt that you had a very, well, actually you did. It's the 3. It's the earth. It was something solid. You had a relationship of trust with this person, but something has come in, a sickness of unknown origin. That is the amalato. Here we have the the new element being introduced. So something has come in effect, has changed this in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Three of Cups. There's something about this woman's red cloak. The way that the material is draped in the card. It speaks to me of the message that I'm getting is a flowing passion. Again, there's, look, and this is a friendship card. Okay. And going to someone and asking them for help or advice represents really someone that you can trust. The Alegría, family and friends. There's a theme here that's starting to emerge. The sacerdote, either the single man or the person who is alone, so to speak, and maybe this person has to rely upon friends and family in some way, shape, or form. Speranza, the hope. Perhaps this is the hope of maintaining this relationship of friends and family. But as we've already seen, perhaps one of these relationships has, I don't want to say ended or fallen through. You see, because this 9 is looking back, like as if they're waiting for something to come in. This is someone waiting for something to come in and being on guard about that. Okay. Let me take a look. I think if I looked at the Lovers, this might explain a little something. And then looked at the Devil. I don't know if I should do it looking at the Devil and looking at the Lovers. It feels more natural and logical for me. I've been looking at this Lovers card pretty much since it placed itself in the spread. There's something about the mountain that comes between the two of them. It reminds me like of a shark tooth or barb. Something sharp and pointy. I don't know what that means. Letterato, the man of science. A discovery. Research. A meeting. A reunion. Even a job interview. Remember I was talking about work over here. The Vedaval, the sad, lonely man tied to his past. This speaks to some kind of painful choice that had to be made. And the discovery has come through perhaps a new opportunity. And remember, I was telling you that when you make one choice, you have to, when you sacrifice the other one. And maybe this is why this person, we have the energy of this Vedaval. It's almost as though there's a mourning here. And we can say in one sense that it is. There's the cross there. So this speaks to a very painful choice, even though these cards really are rather positive, the tarot cards. It speaks to some kind of painful choice. And so maybe what the Three of Cups is saying is that the person is finding solace within their friends and their family. It indeed speaks to, in one sense, a romantic relationship. But you know what? The Lamika can be everything. Okay? And, people say all the time, well, one person can't be everything. That's not necessarily true. One person can't fulfill all of your needs, but one person can be that friend, that lover, that confidant, that business partner. One person can be all of those things. And maybe that's why the Fool falls here, because it is everything and it is nothing. All or nothing. All or nothing. And maybe this is what the Devil is trying to say. I really don't know what the Devil's trying to tell me. This could be addictions. It could be toxic relationships. It could be negative self-talk. It could simply be your demons coming up and you trying to face them. It is the shadow work on the shadow side of ourselves. Fears, phobias, stubbornness, refusal to change. Saturn brings in restrictions. And it may feel like no matter what you're doing, you just can't get it right. Well, why does everybody else have a good relationship and I don't? Why can everybody else make money and I can't? Why can't I have, great friends who love and care about me? Why are my kids like hellions? Why, why? That's because there's work to be done. Saturn is the taskmaster. He is also the Lord of Karma. And here, this is the card of karma in the tarot deck. You don't like a situation, you try to change it. Saturn is not here to tell you, no, that'll never happen. Saturn is saying, look, you got to shore up some shit. You got to change some shit. You got to be serious about it. Saturn speaks to longevity, and Saturn wants you to build up strong things. Okay? Things that will stand the test of time itself. And so if it's not coming together for you, that's because there's more work that needs to be done in whatever manner, way, shape that means for you. So let's take a look at this Devil card. Wow. Well, not only was this a painful choice, but we have, these cards, the Vedaval, the Sacerdote, the Amalato, the Malanconia, and the Pensiero. This is really a situation in which someone obviously feel stuck, bound, and trapped. I think they are really in a sense, a bad way. This is someone who is thinking constantly, but they're thinking only about how sad they are, how depressed they are. And they cannot come out of that. There's an inability for them to act. We don't know if somebody chained this person to this post here. Okay, and what's interesting is that we have two people chained here. Okay, we don't know if this guy chained himself there. In one respect, it could be that this person is chained and bound, maybe perhaps to another person or to something from the past. And if not literally in this life incarnation, it could be a chain from the previous life that now prevents them from acting in this life. You see, I think this is the key. I think this individual is being presented with an opportunity to move forward, but they're so caught in the past, okay, that they themselves are blocking themselves. They are their own worst enemy here. Let me take a look at what this Fool card is saying, because even though we look at the Fool as a great positive energy, we know that everything has the dark side, the flip side. So let's see what the Wheel of Fortune is trying to tell us. I'm sorry, the Fool card, you know, and he's looking towards the past. As if the cards are saying, you know, whatever this is, let that shit go. But the person can't, for whatever reason. They simply are not able to. And I think they realize that there's a change because it's being presented to them probably in many different ways. Many signs, many synchronicities. As I say, things coming up from their subconscious. Wow. This is interesting. Now, what's interesting is this card represents Uranus, and it is associated with the Tower. This is the Tower card in the Sabilla. That's the house on fire. Another Uranus energy. And it speaks to all of a sudden like something, an opportunity really that was on top of that really was a gift, okay, from the divine coming in. Something that awakened this new sense of independence and freedom of, yes, I can do what it is I've been wanting to do, or yes, I am ready to start off on this new adventure. I'm ready to take that leap of faith. That's the gift. But there's a misfortunate event that comes, and it surrounds this Lamante female lover, same-sex or heterosexual, whomever takes the female role in the situation. Now, what I find to be interesting is that these cards, let's look at them, how they came out. These all sit in the future position. And what I have is an illness of uncertain origin here. Maybe this is depression, like I was saying, the person is depressed. Speranza. Now, this speaks to hope, but the negative side of that speaks to fear and anxiety. The Vedovo is just that, the Vedovo. You know, what's really, there is a time for mourning, yes, and that in one way is positive because it allows you to feel your emotions and to be in them. Remember, I was speaking about this flowing of emotions here. But if you stay too long in this energy, this is not good. Maybe this is why the person has the inability to act. But it's kind of saying that it may have to do with this individual, but also that this individual may hold the key to whatever this issue is. Let's take a look at the wheel. I'm not even going to look at the Wheel of Fortune because that's never an answer. And if it, I would be completely irresponsible to put cards down on that and tell you, well, it means this and this is what's going to happen or what could possibly happen. Why? Because it's the damn wheel. Okay, it's the wheel. And the wheel, I can say that, and then tomorrow it'll be a completely different ball game, and y'all will be all like, that Tara, she damn bogus, you know. So I'm not even going to do that. Sorry that I disappoint you. But that's the reading. Now what I'm going to do, I'm sure that probably didn't help none of y'all. That's just what the cards wanted to talk about. Maybe some of you recognize this situation. I don't even feel that the cards gave any advice, like how you should handle this. And so maybe the wheel just says to, you know, wait and see. Reap what you sow. You know, cultivate your harvest. If you've planted seeds, then perhaps those seeds will come to fruition. Then again, maybe not. That was a very, I kind of don't like it when the cards don't really give advice. I feel that it's kind of an empty reading, but I know that's not true. I guess I just always kind of want to give people, let people walk away with something that may comfort them or ease their psyche or their mind. But you know, we're not meant to know everything. There's definitely a karmic cycle with those three cards: the Fool, the Devil, and the what do you call it? The Wheel. This is it's almost like it's saying it's a new karmic cycle trying to manifest itself, but it looks as though it can't quite get off the ground because someone's trapped in the old karmic cycle. And if you're dealing with anybody in a situation like that, that means that even though you may be ready to move on to your new cycle, if you stay chained or locked into that particular energy of that person or that situation, that's also preventing you from moving through your new. So are you going to allow your karma to be so bound up in the negative karma of someone else that you can't move through? And it's not necessarily, I mean, you literally may have to walk away from a situation, separate yourself from a situation, withdraw yourself from a situation. That does not mean that you don't still love that person or care for that person and want to be with that person. But if you are stepping onto a new path and you've been hesitating about what it is you should do, search deep within yourself, because I think you know what you should do. It is simply the energy of not wanting to let go, that attachment, not wanting to let go. And you have to ask yourself, well, what is the worst that could happen if I let go? Is the worst that could happen that I could finally be free and happy and in love and doing all of the things that I want to do with the person I want to be with? Well, shit, that ain't such a bad trade-off. A whole lot better than being vedovo, amalato, malinconia, prigio. A whole lot better than that. But it's a choice. One card that perhaps didn't answer the question that you may have had someone. Wow, this card came up again. Look at there. It says, you're ready. Oh my God. That's what it says. It says, you're ready. So, you know, wow. That's what I have for you today, travelers. I do hope that message helped you in some way, shape, or form. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in. I posted up something new over on the website. Go over and take a look. You can click on the little eye up here in the right hand corner. That will take you directly over to my website. Until next time, namaste.